The Gina and Matty podcast.
Now, yesterday, after work, got home, had a little bit of time before I had to do the dad stuff, the school pickups and the afternoon activities, and because like the last month or so has been so wet, and then we've had a bit of sunshine, my lawn has just been out of control.
Just gone.
And I don't have a huge lawn, but I have a big enough sort of backyard and front yard that I actually do need to get out and start the mower. I can't just.
You can't just put the whippersnipper over it.
No,
and hope for the best.
That's right. No, oh God. And I'm so ordinary with the whippersnipper as well. Rocks come bangs up and hit me in the head, and I get angry, and then the fluoro orange line gets caught, and I have to replace it, and I'm like, oh God, it's just anyway. That's just a little insight into me. But so I mowed the lawn yesterday. I was so proud of myself. Like I just went, it's getting out of control. It's almost the grass is almost as high as me. Not hard, but so I was like, I've got to get out there and do it. And it took a little while. I had to do, because it is so wet underfoot still, I had to like start it on the higher setting and then gradually work my way down so it was a decent trim.
Oh,
right?
Well, here's me learning that lawnmowers have settings.
Yeah, hey, bloke talk. I'm feeling super masculine. No, so I started it on the highest and then went down. And anyway, it took longer than I thought it would. And then after I finished, I just went inside and I went, you know what I feel like?
Oh, what?
After a big day on the mow, I needed a nice cold beer. And I just cracked myself a tin. Just cracked myself a tin and stood there at the back doors and just looked at the lawn. And I reckon I was there for a good 10 minutes just sipping.
Oh my God, you're that guy.
And admiring.
Oh my God.
And God, it felt good.
Did it?
Yeah, I don't normally drink during the week. It's not a blanket rule for me. But I was just like, you know what? I deserve it today.
Yeah.
I've got a hard-earned thirst.
Treat yourself.
And I then was just standing there thinking, I think like the post lawn mow beer would be in my top, I don't know, 5 beers you can have.
In the top 5?
In my top, just to have,
There's a top 5?
Yeah, you've still got, there's a top 5. Well, I reckon there would be a top 5. There's grass clippings still on my legs, filthy, dirty hands from the oils, trying to start the mower 100 times before I flush the engine, and then I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is living, Barry.
Okay, so that's in the top 5.
It would be in the top 5.
So what else is, like, what can we include in, what's top 1?
Oh, you want my top 5?
I want a list. I need a list.
All right. Well, I don't have any production. Can you do, like, the sound effects? Can you do, like, number 5? Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5, beers to have, I think, would be, for me, mid-strength, straight out of a plastic cup at the SCG as the first ball is being bowled in the pink test and the New Year's Day test.
Nice.
Australia versus anyone. It's 10:30 in the morning. Would never drink mid-strength at any other time.
Yeah, I know.
Hate plastic cups, but when you're sitting in the barongal stand sipping back on one of those, it doesn't get much better.
KFC bucket on your head, ready to go.
Yeah, and knowing that you're going to have about another 1,000 of those before you move on to the Canadian
clubs.
clubs.
You're not walking out of here. You're rolling out of here. Amazing. Number 4.
The Yum Cha beer. I think getting a Qingtao while you're having a little prawn dumpling is just a bit of life's treasure.
Especially when you're a little bit dusty.
Well, that's usually when you're having Yum Cha.
Yeah,
It's like, give me all the MSG you've got.
Takes the edge off to soak up. Number 3.
I think number 3 would be like the post-manual labour beer. So it's like after the mowing the lawn or staining the deck.
Oh, okay.
I said deck.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what number 3 would be.
All right. Number 2.
See, number 2 and number 1, this is tough, but I'm going to go number 2 as the airport beer.
Oh.
Even though you pay a fortune for it.
It's worth it.
Like, the airports are a lawless community.
Absolutely.
Like, they just charge whatever they want for
100%.
anything. I'll just get like a midi of Carlton Draft. Sure, that'll be $45.
Literally.
You know what? I'm going to pay it because I'm jumping on a Jetstar flight to Bali in about an hour. Who cares at 7:30 in the morning?
I'm on holidays.
100%.
All right. Now, number 1.
Has to be the shower beer.
Oh.
Like,
It's the winner.
it doesn't matter what it is. It might be after work, after a game of golf, game of netball.
Yeah. It's a safe space.
A
You're
shower
in an enclosed
beer.
area. You've got lovely warm water.
But you've got to have the water temperature right. Because if
Okay.
it's wrong, then it can get into the beer.
Yeah.
And you've got to make sure you're keeping the beer. Anyway, that would be the number 1. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm happy for you to correct me on the socials at Gina and Matty. Slide into the DMs. But the shower beer, I don't think can beat anything.
Does bath count?
Oh, I'm a grown man. If I was going to have a bath, I'd probably have a red wine, to be honest.
You'd have to have a red.
Have a wine and...
I've tried wine in the shower. It doesn't work.
No.
Water gets in it and then it's diluted. And what's the point?
No, but baths are weird. Like, especially...
What do you mean?
No, as a man, lying in a bath and just...
Are you a human soup?
And you just look down. Like, what? You've got to have bubbles. Because if you're lying in the bath as a 41-year-old man... and you're just looking down and what the water does to your body and things start to float and you're like, yeah.
I get the bubbles. I don't necessarily love lying down and seeing things. And the water distorts. You're like, oh dear.
Nobody needs to see that.
Gina and Matty.
Lozzie, what do you got for us here, mate?
So I don't know if it's in your algorithm, but I know you love the socials. I love the socials.
Yep.
The biggest trend I'm seeing at the moment is people that are sharing like the cringiest stuff that they've done to impress their crushes.
I wonder why that's in your algorithm.
It's just,
but it's coincidence.
So funny. There are people like when the guy I had a crush on said he liked Ariana Grande, so I posted this to my close friends and just added him, and it's just like singing along to one of the songs, thinking she's absolutely killing it.
Singing is never a good idea.
It's so funny.
Unless you are like Gina, right? Don't sing to someone if they're your crush because there is nothing worse.
It's so cringy. It's so embarrassing. There's another one. It's like when your crush said he likes surfer girls and you post this chick in a wetsuit and a board. And she's like, I had to borrow this from my friend and the board from the guy that I walked past at the beach.
Oh, that's really funny. I have been known. Grew up on the beach, right?
Yeah.
Did nippers, did the whole lot, but never learned how to ride a surfboard. I never surfed.
No,
I was an esky litter. I was on the bodyboards.
Oh, bless you.
And very good at it, mind you. But yeah, never got on the surfboard. But there was a girl that I was kind of keen on, and I did borrow a mate's surfboard just to take down to the beach, walk down there with it under my arm, and then stick it in the sand and sort of sit down there, and just never went out in this. Never went out in the surf. Though. I just sort of sat there with the board because I knew she was going to be down at the beach. There is some incredible examples on Reddit that you've got there, Lozzie.
Best ones. I have my two favourites. I tried to impress my crush by pouring a glass of orange juice into my mouth while lying on my back. Instead, I poured it all into my eyes. It burned like hell, but must have worked because they married me regardless. Oh, this one is the absolute corker. When I was 13, I learned that guys like tight butts. I figured my butt...
Hang on a minute. What?
Like a tight butt,
firm booty. Yeah.
I figured my butt was tightest when I clenched, so I would try to have my butt constantly clenched by wearing super tight pants. So around the same age, I stole one of my sister's G-strings to attract a male. I figured, what's the point if they don't know I'm wearing it? So I hiked it up over my hips, stuck my butt out, and then clenched and strutted into high school.
Oh, that is... has anyone done anything cringy to you, trying to impress you on a date? Or is there...
Like, nothing that I can really think of. The worst I did was being like, absolutely, I love hiking. And they're like, yeah, let's go on a hike.
If someone suggests a hike for a date...
No.
Lads, don't, like, they don't want to sweat. Like, the makeup, the hair, they want to look their best.
Even when they're like, let's go for a walk, I'm like, I'd rather not wear my activewear the first time. Like, I look fine in it, but I've got much better outfits.
Is this tragic? I once bought a girl a star. You know how you can buy a star? Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah.
And what, you named it after...
I named it after her. And it was I bought the middle package. So there's different packages you could buy when you're buying someone a star. And it was like the middle package, and you couldn't... Like it picked the brightness and the constellation and named it, and we just never could find where that star was. I reckon that's a rort. I bought... this was all unrequited too, so it's very tragic. Adopted a red panda. Because she loved red pandas.
Is this the same girl?
No, they're two different ones.
Oh, no.
So tragic. And I also did record a song. So, lads, don't do a song.
You did not.
Yeah, and like some of the lyrics, I can't even remember the lyrics. It was a long time ago. It was something about how much salt she put on her food, and it made me happy. I don't know. It's so weird.
I love that your cholesterol is sky high.
Gina and Matty.
Our queen of the Erina Studios, Queen G, has been knocked out by something, and it's not great. And, you know, when you're sick and you're trying to get better, there's nothing you want more than a radio station to call you when you're in bed. So that's exactly what we've done. Is she there? Hi, Gina.
Hi, Matty.
Oh.
Hey, Lottie.
Are you pretending?
Am I pretending? I wish I was.
How you feeling, mate?
Oh, look, I don't feel great. But I think it's just a flu. It's like, I hate complaining, but I'm sitting in the sun and having a cup of coffee. That's pretty good, isn't it, right now?
Yeah.
Don't. If I felt great, I'd certainly be with you.
No. You are not well, and we know we've been hearing the reports of all the terrible, terrible diseases and germs that are rolling around at the moment, and coming into the flu season is not ideal. We did have some ideas. We did think that you might have been sort of faking it because yesterday we looked up at the telly and Sam Mack has been doing like a tour of Queensland, and we looked up at one point and we're like, both Loz and I stopped in our tracks and went, Is that
Gina?
Is that Gina? Is she like ditching us for a TV gig? And it was the fabulous Lisa Curry-Kenny.
And it was the outfit.
Yeah, and I sent you a screenshot of it. Can you see that photo?
How funny would that be if I'm just faking? I've actually got a career on television now.
It was like the hair. She was wearing this hat, a kimono. We were like, that's Gina.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I wish. No, I've been stuck in my bed, and the most exciting thing right now is talking to you guys. In the sun.
Gosh, that you must be crook then. You must be really sick. Look, we're holding the fort for you, Jen. I haven't given away secret sound yet, so that hasn't gone off.
Go.
Is the sound me coughing in the morning? No, it's not, unfortunately, Jen. So you rest up and look after yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, and thanks for holding down the fort for me, guys. And I'm so sorry, everyone. I miss it. It's not fun. I'd much rather be with you guys, having fun.
Yeah, we know that, mate. So you look after yourself, get better, and hopefully you'll be back in the studio real soon. You can go back to, who would want to go back to bed when you could be sitting out in the sunshine this morning having a coffee?
Sit with a blanket, have a tea.
And when you say you're having a coffee, are you actually having a coffee or are you having one of your warm milks?
Come on, it's warm milk I walk past the coffee machine with.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.